And we're back. We're here with our next guest, Kimberly Glomb. Did I pronounce your name correct, Kimberly?
Yes, you're one of the few people who actually gets it right.
Well, on the first try. Welcome, Kimberly. Thank you for being on our show today. Listen, Kimberly Glomb is actually the author of Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Let's Talk About God. That's the title of her book. That is a real catchy title, I must say. Jews, Muslims, and Christians having a conversation about God. I believe it's possible. Apparently, you believe it's possible. So let's talk about it, Kimberly.
Yes. So I get the inspiration from reading both the Bible and Quran during my lifetime in this world, and really just realizing how much in common we have as believers, and that we worship the same God. Yes, we learned about him from different prophets, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon them. But really, our God is one.
I love it. I love it. Now, I'm a preacher, but I'm welcome this conversation, Kimberly. Let's go a little bit further into this. What led you up to writing about this? Because I'm sure you know many people would disagree with you. What led you to this place of understanding?
It started, I mean, there's a lot of background history with my life, but I read the Bible during my high school and college years. And then towards the end of my time on the Noah ship Thomas Jefferson, I read the Quran. And just a few years of working with God with ideas on how to put the scriptures together. He gave me the inspiration for this book, and it existed in my mind for several years before it actually came out in a book. If that
Okay,
makes
Kimberly.
sense.
So are you a teacher, a preacher? What else do you do other than write books?
Right now, I just write books. I was a hydrographer on the Noah ship Thomas Jefferson for 14 years, but personality conflicts and perimenopause symptoms ended that. So in my time off the ship, I've been working on this book, and now with COVID, I've just been trying to stay here with my parents, my brother, stay safe, and just focus.
What type of conversation is being held between Jews, Muslims, and Christians? Let's talk about the content of the conversation. What's being talked about?
Really, what I can find right now, there's not a whole lot of interfaith out there. This is like one of the few books that actually deals with interfaith. So, trying to start the conversation really.
Okay. So it's not about interdenominational, but
No.
it is interfaith. It's not about interdenomination, but it's about interfaith. What you're doing is you're going, not well, you're taking the total opposite of two and bringing it together to present an integral sense of spirituality and religion. And listen, that takes a lot of creativity, a lot of understanding, a lot of studying. And from what I've seen in your book, great job, Kimberly. Great
Thank
job.
you.
What type of
Thank
reviews
you.
have you been getting?
Um, Really not a whole lot. This is one of my first projects to try to get the book out there so that people will see and read.
So Kimberly, what would you consider as one of your personal favorite areas of this book?
Oh man, I think really the history, going from the time of Adam and Eve all the way up to God's last prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and all the prophets in between, and just realizing how much that all these same people are in our holy books, and how we have them in common, and We learned about God through different ones, of course, but they're there and their stories are there, and we have them to look back on.
So Muhammad would be considered, in your opinion, as God's last prophet. So there aren't any more prophets, in your opinion.
Correct. Even the Quran mentions that prophet that Muhammad is God's last prophet. Peace be upon him. So I do believe that. Yes.
Okay. And so you're just getting your book out to the masses. So you haven't had reviews to come in yet. Are you ready for the challenges that's going to come from writing this? People basically disagreeing with your presentation. Are you ready and prepared for that, Kimberly?
Yes, I know that there will be those that disagree, but we all have our opinion, and I put mine out there as best I can to try to make people understand. When I'm trying to point out that we all worship the same God. Um,
So I'm trying to see the best way to pose this question. Muhammad was the last prophet. Who would you say would be the first prophet?
that would probably be Noah. I mean, really, it was God, speaking to Noah to have him save his family and, the people, but they wouldn't listen to him. So, um, just God speaking to Noah first, making himself known.
Okay. Okay. So again, this is your opinion. This is based on your studies and your interpretation of the scriptures and the Quran. So
Mhm.
of course, when studying the Islamic faith, you're studying the Quran, and I've done that also, and I do see a few parallels here and there between the Quran and the Bible. What did you study as far as the Jewish faith is concerned?
Really, I don't know a whole lot about the Jewish faith, other than what I've read in the Torah, which is really the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So, but really, I don't know much about the Jewish faith itself, other than they also believe in God, and I've been to bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, been in the synagogue, and really just, listening to the rabbi speak, praying to the same God that we as Christians worship.
Okay. Well, Kimberly, I commend you on your bravery and the boldness that it took to put this out to the masses. Where can my viewers go to purchase one of your books or a
It
copy
can,
of this book, should I say?
yeah, it can mostly be found online at this point. I am trying to get it into brick and mortar stores, but you
Mhm.
can go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, Walmart. I mean, I've seen it mostly those places. There's probably some other ones too that I'm forgetting, but if you go at any online bookstore, you should be able to find it.
Okay. What is the website? What is your website, Kimberly?
I'm actually have a website in the works, so I don't have that in a finished form yet. But there are YouTube videos with me talking a little bit about the book as well. And if you just go to YouTube and punch in my name, Kimberly Glomb, they should come up.
Kimberly Glomb. Listen, your last name is very, very interesting. What's its origin? This has nothing to do with the book. I'm just asking because it's interesting.
It's actually German in origin, and I'm told it means bad boy.
Oh wow. So bad boy, that's what it means, Glom. Kimberly bad boy.
That's what I'm told.
That's some interesting information. Well, again, I congratulate you on your boldness and your bravery for writing this book. And I'm going to make a plea out there to all of my faithful viewers that tune in every single week to listen to me talk to all of these talented authors week after week after week. Go and check this book out. This is dealing with a conversation between Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Challenge what you know. How do you know what you know? Who told you what you know? And just challenge your thoughts and see if you come out knowing and believing the same thing as you did prior to I guess trying to expand your mind. Of course, I often tell people it's utterly impossible, Kimberly, to discover new horizons if you never ever lose sight of the shore. And so your book is, I guess, helping people discover new horizons, and they'll be able to compare what they've known for years and years and years to this, I would say, quote unquote, new conversation that you are presenting. Are you interested in writing any other books?
I actually am working on a second one, but it'll probably be a few years before it's out. But basically, it's about my life with God, how I gave Him my life and just let Him take control and put me where He wants me to be. I mean, I never
All
dreamed I'd be working on a ship or even writing this first book. So it's all about where He wants me to go in life, and I never know.
Well, Kimberly, I want you to stay with God because that's the safest place to be. The name of God is a strong tower that the righteous run in and be safe. He is your refuge, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, thank you for joining us on this episode, and thank all of my faithful viewers for joining in, tuning in, listening in. As always, I've enjoyed being your host. Tune in next week, same time, same place. God bless you all. Thank you for joining us.